Hi guys, this is Kayla.
And this is Becky, and we're with A Couple of These Read.
Yes, and we also drink wine. What is the weekly wine, Becky?
Our weekly wine is from Fieldhouse 301, and it is the white wine blend. So I'm anxious to try this and see, because it's made from 3 different grapes. So, smells very fresh.
Mm-hmm. Very clean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's some lemon in there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the French Colombard one of those grapes.
Mm-hmm.
The other is called Viognier grape. I'll get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And it has kind of a Asian pear note in it. And then, of course, you have the Chardonnay grape, which is that earthy, buttery type. You can kind of feel that in there. A little bit of yellow apple note to it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I know it sounds funny to say it's very fruity because it is a grape. Grapes, of course, are fruits, but you can tell the different layers of the flavors in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's good about it. And just, I don't know, again, it's the clean crafted. It comes from the vineyards where no pesticides are used. They don't have, additives and things. So you get that really unique taste of the grape. So it doesn't have a lot of anything else. And this is one of, one of our lesser expensive wines. And that's what I like about Scout and Cellar is that you can, go different levels depending on, what you like. You can get a really reasonably priced wine, or you can get some that are more expensive. And, but it's a great thing to try. So, look in the comments and see about that.
Yes.
How to order it. So, I should say, I didn't say this, is that it does pair, it pairs well with poultry. Any white wine really does. It goes with poultry and things, salads. And this particular one, because of the different levels, they say goes really well with the Asian cuisine, and I can see that for sure. I'm not. I'm almost thinking I should have gotten a red wine instead of a white wine with the book that you're reviewing.
This is, maybe
even the title.
Yes.
And the cover.
So, most of our viewers, that we got this in our Book of the Month box, and it is brutal. It is Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver, and it is about 2 serial killers who fall in love. And his name is Rowan, but she, of course, calls him Butcher. And her name is Sloane, but he calls her Blackbird. Mm. And he's more of like the serial killer who's very brutal, obviously, with a name like Butcher.
Yes,
and she is very pragmatic and sets things up like artwork. But the interesting thing about them being serial killers is they only kill other serial killers. So if you ever liked the show Dexter, it's a little like that.
Okay.
In that even though killing is wrong, you kind of root for them because they are going after people who are worse. Okay. And it's a bit twisted in that you do end up rooting for them. But they have a little love story that goes with it. It is very, very, very spicy. I would call it smutty. I'm giving this book to my sister-in-law, and I admit that those scenes, which didn't come till closer to the end, I didn't read, I just skipped over them because
I have no intentions of reading this book ever.
Because I am, those kind of scenes make me uncomfortable. But if you are into those, this is definitely the book for you. Just know that it doesn't come till pretty close to the end. Also, if you're squeamish, be warned, because they kill people and they describe the killing of the people. and it can be a bit messy.
Definitely not going to read this.
But what made me laugh, and the reason I enjoyed it, is a lot of it's played for humor, but also these characters are deep. They've got a lot of depth to them, a lot of layers. They're well thought out, well plotted, and there's some humorous things. For example, if you're a fan of horror movies, they go after someone who is definitely Hannibal Lecter, just with a different name.
Okay.
So they go after him and defeat him, and they go after the guy who's definitely Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like combined with Norman Bates. So,
wow.
You know, all these characters from the classic horror movies, where if you've ever watched the movie and you're just like, why doesn't someone just stab the bad guy? Like, why don't they kill the bad guy? Like, I don't get it. Nobody's fighting back. If you ever watched a horror movie and that's what you were thinking, this might be the book for you. Because that's what they do. It's like they put themselves in the final girl slasher movie scenarios so that they can kill the bad guy.
All right.
And it's rough, and there's parts that are gross, but because you're finally getting to see the bad guy actually be taken out, which is a fantasy I think a lot of people have, is like, you know, slay your demons. Well, they slay some demons here. So if you don't mind a little blood and gore, and you like well thought out characters, and if you don't skip over the spicy parts, this book is probably for you. I would still give it a high star rating, probably 4 out of 5, just because it's not one that I can recommend to everyone, but character development wise, it's really well written. So definitely give it a read if that is something you're into, but there is a whole page of trigger warnings at the beginning. So read those first. Because there's stuff you might not be comfortable in. I'm not going to read them here.
No. But should we take a screenshot of them and like put them on the? No. You got to get the book to find out what the warnings are.
Just go to the bookstore.
She gave them to me, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is. I do not know what that means.
Flip to that first page and then be like, there's stuff I was like, I don't know what that is. But there's also a playlist.
Yeah, you did say
there is an Apple and Spotify playlist for it, which I've listened to some of it, and it's a cool playlist. It's not, I like jazz, so it's not my cup of tea necessarily.
Is it more alternative?
A little more. Like, it's a good playlist. Like, it's a good mixture of musical genres.
Because I like alternative, even though, blues is my favorite, but I like alternative music.
It's a good playlist.
Cool.
It's fun.
I'll have to try it.
So guys,
get you some wine, get you a book, and
wine and a book.
There you go.
Happy reading.
Bye.